China's economic rise has captivated the world, from agrarian society to global powerhouse. Massive investments in infrastructure fueled growth. A vast workforce provided the manpower. An aggressive export strategy propelled Chinese goods. China's entry into the WTO in 2001 marked a turning point. Integration into global trade provided opportunities. The West embraced China's manufacturing prowess. This relationship fueled growth on both sides, but it also sowed the seeds of competition. China set its sights on technological dominance. Investments in research and development surged. AI, renewable energy, and quantum computing became key priorities. China's message was clear. It aimed to lead. Will China overtake the United States as the global economic leader? The answer is complex and multifaceted. To understand the magnitude of China's economic ascent, we need to rewind the clock. Just a few decades ago, China was a developing nation grappling with poverty and isolation. Its economy was a fraction of its current size, and its global influence was limited. But a series of strategic decisions and a relentless focus on development changed everything. China's leaders recognized the need to unleash the entrepreneurial spirit of its people. Economic reforms were introduced, gradually shifting from a centrally planned economy to one that embraced market forces. Special economic zones were established, offering tax breaks and incentives to foreign investors. The result was an explosion of economic activity. Factories sprang up across the country, churning out everything from clothing and toys to electronics and automobiles. Millions of Chinese citizens migrated from rural areas to cities in search of opportunity. The country's infrastructure underwent a massive transformation, with new highways, railways, and airports connecting its vast expanse. This period of unprecedented growth lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. China's middle class swelled, and with it, consumer spending soared. The world marveled at the speed and scale of China's transformation, dubbing it the factory of the world. But China's ambitions didn't stop there. The year is 2024, and the question on everyone's mind is whether China will finally overtake the United States as the world's largest economy. To answer this, we need to delve into the numbers, those cold, hard facts that tell the story of economic might. One key metric is GDP growth rate. In 2023, China's GDP grew by an impressive 5.2%, more than double that of the United States. This robust growth, fueled by government spending and a resurgence in consumer demand, has led some analysts to predict that China could surpass the US in terms of nominal GDP within the next decade. However, looking solely at GDP growth rates can be misleading. While China's economy is expanding at a faster pace, its overall size is still smaller than that of the United States. In 2023, China's GDP was roughly 63% of US GDP. This means that even with a higher growth rate, China still has some catching up to do. Another crucial factor to consider is debt. China's total debt, including government, corporate, and household debt, exceeds 300% of its GDP. This mountain of debt, much of it accumulated through infrastructure spending and real estate development, poses a significant risk to China's long-term economic stability. Section 4. Challenges on the horizon. China's economic miracle has not been without its challenges. As the country strives to maintain its growth trajectory, it faces a number of headwinds that could derail its ambitions. One major challenge is demographics. China's population is aging rapidly, thanks in part to its decades-long one-child policy. This shrinking workforce could lead to labor shortages and slower economic growth in the coming years. Another concern is rising inequality. While China's economic reforms have lifted millions out of poverty, they have also created a widening gap between the rich and the poor. This disparity could lead to social unrest and undermine China's economic progress. Furthermore, China's reliance on exports makes it vulnerable to global economic shocks. Trade tensions with the United States and other countries, coupled with slowing global growth, could dampen demand for Chinese goods. Additionally, China's financial system remains opaque, with concerns about the stability of its banks and the level of bad debt in the system. These vulnerabilities could trigger a financial crisis that would have ripple effects throughout the global economy. Section 5. The verdict. Will China overtake the US as the global economic leader in 2024? Unlikely. China's economic engine faces significant structural challenges. The US still boasts advantages, including its innovation ecosystem. The US dollar's status as the global reserve currency gives it an edge. China's determination to become a technological superpower should not be underestimated. The economic rivalry between China and the US is a defining feature of the 21st century.